Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your boy, Carrington Brown. And real quick, before we really get into this video, I just want to tell y'all about how my weekend has been, right? So, my wife and I binge watched this new show called Love is Blind, right? And the reason why we did it is because my sister-in-law reached out to my wife. Oh my gosh, this is an amazing show because of what you and Carrington do. Y'all should check this out, right? So we started watching this show, and initially I'm like, yo, this is stupid. And so as the show went on and went on, it captivated my attention. But still in the back of my head, I was like, yo, I don't believe that Love is Blind. And so we watched all the episodes that were available. And then last night, we were just on Hulu, just spending some time together, just looking for something to watch. And we came across a show that said Love at First Sight, in which people try to match you up with your perfect spouse by answering a questionnaire and filling out these specific questions. And the whole time, I'm like, bro, this is dumb. This is not smart. Like, this is not what's up. Like, this is not how love is created. Like, this is not how love is manifested or come to fruition between people. And so I want to talk to y'all real quick about why I don't believe that Love is Blind. Why I don't believe that these shows are really good representations, or even good, because they call them experiments, or even good experiments on bringing two people together for covenant in the form of marriage and to create and build love. So first, what I want to do is I want to give you guys a couple of definitions of the word blind. So one says, without being able to see clearly, right? So one definition of blind means you can't see clearly. Another one says lacking perception, awareness, or discernment. And the third one says to deprive of understanding, judgment, or perception. Right? So I don't even have to go into it, but let's do it anyways. So the reason why I don't believe love is blind is because when you can't see clearly, you lack the ability to judge properly. When you can't see clearly, your discernment is at a minimal. When you can't see clearly, your awareness is at a low point. And so when you lack awareness, when you lack sight, when you lack discernment, and when you lack judgment, you make bad decisions. And let's go ahead and be real and throw this out there. When you lack discernment, when you lack judgment, when you lack awareness, and when you lack clarity, the place that we always go to, especially with relationships, to make decisions is our heart. And that's the problem. Too many times on these shows, I've heard, oh, my heart is telling me I love you. In my heart, I feel like this. In my heart, I feel like this is the right thing. Well, that's a problem. One, because feelings are transitional and they change. They go up and down, left and right, multiple times a day. So you never should make decisions based off of how you feel. And then you said the heart. The Bible tells us that the heart is deceitful, right? And above reproach, right? Unchangeable. Like, the heart is deceitful. Right? The heart is deceitful. So if the heart is deceitful, why would we allow ourselves to make decisions, especially relational decisions and decisions of commitment and who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, based off of my heart and how I feel? Well, the reason why we do that is because we're blind, because we're not seeing, because we lack clarity, because we lack clarity, we're not making decisions off of good judgment and good awareness. So the reason why I'm not an advocate of these shows or these experiments is because it's truly setting up people to have their feelings hurt. And then also when it comes to shows like this, a lot of times the perspective transitions from, hey, I'm looking for a husband or a wife, to, hey, I don't want to lose. I don't want to look crazy on TV. So whether I'm seriously feeling a connection or not, I'm going to act like I'm doing it just so I don't look crazy on TV. Just so I don't get embarrassed on TV. Just so I can make it to the end and win, right? And a great example of this is on the show Love is Blind. There's one couple that is like, y'all ain't even supposed to be together, right? And it's a couple, I believe it's Mark and Jessica. I think that's their names. And so, yeah, that's right. And so the situation was with Miss Jessica, Mark was her number two. She was feeling another guy, I think, Barnett. She was feeling Barnett. And when Barnett said, hey, Jessica, I changed my mind of what I said last night, I want to be with somebody else, she got upset. Then she went back to Mark and said, Mark, I'm sorry, I messed up, this, that, and the other. And then Mark said, okay, boom, she the one. And he proposed to her. But when they went on this island, they went on this retreat in Mexico, and she saw Barnett, her whole demeanor and everything switched. You could tell she's not attracted to Mark. You could tell she's not committed to Mark. You could tell she's not interested in Mark truly. when she was reconnected with Barnett, mind you, they didn't even see each other, right? Her and Barnett had never had any interaction with each other outside of just communicating. You could tell that when they actually physically met, everything changed about her, and she said, yo, that's who I want, because of the way that she started to act towards Mark. So I believe that the only reason why she said yes to Mark was because Barnett turned her down, and she didn't want to just look like that on TV. Right? So when we talk about true love, when we talk about the commitment of love and truly making that decision and that promise to somebody, you don't want to make it from a place or a state of being blind. You want to have clarity. You want your awareness to be at its highest place. You don't want to make judgment based off of how you feel or your heart. You want to make judgment based off of what it truly looks like. You want to make judgment based off of their actions, and their actions are lining up with what they're saying. You don't want to make judgment based off of just their potential, but also their credentials, and making sure their credentials and what they check off align with their potential. Because if they ain't aligning and they walking out what they're talking out, you don't want to put yourself in that situation. You don't want to make love choices based off of, hey, my heart and how I feel. You want to make it based off of, hey, this is logical. Hey, I've truly authentically connected with this individual mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, and we align. You don't want to make the decision, and this is going to be a future video as well. You don't want to make the decision of who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with based off of just preferences, but also off of purpose. Do I believe that our vision and our purpose align? Do I believe that we can do and make phenomenal impact for the kingdom of God and change generational legacies together? Do we really desire and have the potential to do that as a team? And if the answer is yes, then you want to move forward in a relationship. You don't want to go into it blind. You don't want to do it lacking clarity. You don't want to do it lacking judgment, awareness, or perception of the entire situation. So that's how I feel about the shows. I don't like them. I'm not an advocate of them, but I'm definitely going to continue watching it. Why? Because as a relationship expert, it's my job to observe the situations that people are willing to put themselves in to get in a relationship, to get a commitment, and to be married. Dissect the situation, the mindset, the emotions behind it, and then equip people to not allow themselves to get to that situation and to have faith, hope, and to focus on themselves and purpose so much that they grow into who they need to be to attract the individual that they desire to be with. All right. So thank y'all so much for tuning into this YouTube video. I hope and pray that it helped you. Make sure you click the like button. Also, make sure you click the subscribe button so you consistently get these videos every Monday. If you haven't already, follow me on all social media platforms. I'm at TheCarringtonBrown. I love y'all so much. Have a phenomenal week, and I'll talk to y'all next week. Peace out.